Did you mentioned you might have a SOX type thing this week.
Oh, I do. Holy crap. See? Thank you, Smitty. I do have a SOX type thing. There's always a SOX type thing. And it happened because I actually got into a bit of a Twitter war today with a SOX fan. Yeah. I kind of got baited into it. First, there's a rabid Sox fan who has a decent amount of followers on Twitter called it's like White Sox Mike Chicago Mike White Sox or something. I don't know, but
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he makes sometimes
he's got a picture of himself in his mom's basement.
Yeah, something like that, or he's got a picture now with him and his dad at a game or something. But yeah, that he's young. He's just, I think, recently out of college. He had made some tweet about that last year, or he's in college now, whatever. But long story short is he's up and down. Like he's makes a lot of meathead comments, and he made this comment after or not a Sox fan, but that's not till next week. So he made a comment like after Andrew Vaughn had hit I think it was the walk-off homer yesterday, or maybe it was a couple days ago when he had tied a game, even though the Sox went on to lose. He made a comment like, I can't believe you people wanted to trade Andrew Vaughn. He is like a beast. And it just irked me, because it wasn't that anyone wanted to trade Andrew Vaughn because they didn't think he was a good player. The fact of the matter is did you want to dramatically improve your pitching staff, or were you willing to deal with what we've been dealing with as an organization and not trade him away for, a Sean Manaea, or who knows whoever else is on there? Again, I don't think, Vaughn and I'm not even sure Vaughn for Manaea, because it's only April, is necessarily a good trade. But my point is, I made a comment. I said, it's not that people wanted to trade Vaughn because they thought he was a bad player. The reason people were endorsing a trade of Vaughn was how we were going to get a valuable top tier pitcher back.
Right. You have to give up something of value to get something of value. And that's what White Sox Bill, or whoever the fuck that is voicing, is every fucking sports talk radio caller that calls in and says, let's trade, this piece of shit and that piece of shit and these four other pieces of shit for their best pitcher.
Yeah, I don't understand why they think the other team should that trade.
Yeah. What? Please think for one moment, if you're on the opposite side of that trade, why on earth would you fucking do that? And that's why I have to shut off the radio most of the time when they open the phone lines, because that is the majority of people. So, of course, we run into this on Twitter, and it's unfortunate that there's a prominent White Sox fan that would be saying these things. But
so he does not reply back to me, but instead another White Sox fan.
Here we go.
Jobu or something replies back to me, and basically,
fuck you, Jobu.
Yeah, basically starts telling me how, basically he doesn't call me an idiot, but basically says it's stupid to even suggest to trade Vaughn, and I don't know how you how you consider Manaea a top tier pitcher.
Oh, wow.
And they could have just signed Rodon. So immediately I'm like, I already got this teed up. I go to Baseball Prospectus for like 2 seconds. I look. Well, oddly enough, Manaea and Rodon have the same exact career WAR, except for the fact that obviously Rodon had a 7 WAR last year, so that inflated his to get to 12.4. But the thing of it is Manaea pitched 180 innings last year and was able to pitch in the playoffs. Rodon pitched 132 innings and pitched 1 good inning in the playoffs. So I made my point with this guy that, thinking that Carlos Rodon is the answer is the reason. It solves
your problems in April through September. Right. Not in October.
Not even in September. It solves your problems throughout mid-August.
Yeah.
Maybe, if you're lucky. And I said that's the reason, we haven't won a championship since 2005, because that was the old way of thinking. Give the long-term dedicated White Sox guy his due and keep him on the team. Well, that's not how we're operating anymore.
Right.
So, eventually, like he understood. He did say
Wow.
he
Came
did.
to common ground.
Well, we came to common ground that I said I'm not.
You have a Twitter hug.
I'm not sure. Not that I had if I at the time, I think I was gonna be okay with the Vaughn for Mania trade, but now seeing how Vaughn's performing and everything, like I am glad they didn't trade him. But I said
It's gonna hurt no matter what you trade for.
I go, when you're in championship mode and you're trying to win a championship, you got to give up something to get something that is going to help the team in the now. You can't worry about the future. If you worry about the future the whole time, you never probably get that championship unless you are by far the best drafted organization in the history of baseball.
Well, and the SOX system is replete now. I mean, or is depleted.
They're all up in the majors now.
They are all, but they haven't filled in behind. Is the problem? So,
well, they have filled in behind, but they're all in single A. That's the problem. All their top prospects are low level,
not ready to help the world championship potential club right now.
Exactly. So anyway, it was that is my SOX type thing this week. It was I wasn't going to say anything, but then I just couldn't help myself, and because I was
that's how Twitter is dangerous. You just
I was just like I'm like Mike. I was like Mike. Like I didn't say Mike, but it's like Mike. No one was saying to get rid of. Let's trade Andrew Vaughn because he's a bum. It's like we're saying to trade Vaughn because really what we had a surplus of is outfield. Offense and outfield, and we have a first baseman, and you got to give up. You got to give up him. You got to give up Gavin Sheets. You're gonna have to give up one of those guys. You're not gonna unless you somehow strike lightning in a bottle in a big offseason signing. But again, historically, you don't see those from the White Sox. Like with a starting pitcher, like you're not gonna. You got to trade. They're gonna have to trade someone at some point. And to be honest, right now, like AJ Pollock, I don't think has had a hit since he's come back. I didn't run the numbers. I will next week for our fun little right field aggregate versus AJ Pollock. But is right field the position when you come to the White Sox? You just go there to die as a player, or what? But
Jermaine die.
Jermaine die. I mean, the last solid right fielder I think we had. So
that's it. I think I've heard that reference before.
Magli Ordonez is.
Well, he was.
Well, no, that was before that.
He was before Jermaine die.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Magli was a fucking tiger by the time Jermaine was there.
True. So, anyhow, that's it then. We'll see how Twitter annoys me for next week's episode.
I can't wait.
Word Hole Media.